Listen to what I'm going to tell you. This happened in a small town in Pennsylvania that you won't find on any map anymore. People call it Ashwood Hollow. Population 247, or at least, that's what the sign said before they took it down. I'm telling you this because someone needs to know the truth. What happened 3 months ago in that place? It was real. Every single word. October 23rd, 2024. A truck driver named Marcus was driving home late at night. It was raining hard, and his phone was dead. The main road was closed because of an accident, so he took a back road. He hadn't seen another car for over an hour. Then he saw her, a woman, standing in the middle of the road. She was wearing a white nightgown, completely wet. Her long black hair was covering her face. Marcus hit the brakes hard. His truck stopped, just a few feet from her, but something was very wrong. She wasn't moving at all, not even breathing. He could see no breath in the cold air. Marcus sat there, waiting, his truck running, rain hitting the windshield. She didn't move. He honked his horn, once, twice. She just stood there, like a statue. His headlights showed her pale skin and bare feet on the wet road. Something in Marcus's head screamed at him to turn around and leave, but he rolled down his window instead. "Miss, are you okay? Do you need help?" Nothing. Then slowly, very slowly, she lifted her head, but she wasn't looking at him. She was looking at something behind his truck. Marcus checked his mirror, just darkness and rain. When he looked forward again, she was gone, just gone, disappeared. He got out of the truck. Rain soaked his jacket immediately. There were no footprints, no wet marks where she had been standing. Nothing, like she was never there. That's when he saw the old town sign in the weeds. "Welcome to Ashwood Hollow, a quiet place to rest." Marcus should have left right then, but his gas tank was almost empty. He had been driving on fumes for 20 miles. Then he saw lights ahead, a small gas station at the edge of town. He drove slowly into the town. Something felt very wrong. The houses looked old and empty, but there were lights in the windows, candles flickering. The houses were falling apart, paint peeling off, porches broken, but the grass was cut perfectly. Fresh flowers in the gardens. In late October, the gas station looked like it was from the 1960s. One light buzzed above it. A man stood inside, behind the counter. Marcus pulled up to the gas pump. The price kept changing on the screen. $2.34, $6.66, $1.13, $6.66, always back to $6.66. The air smelled strange, like old blood and dead flowers. "Pump's broken," someone said behind him. Marcus turned fast. An old man stood there, very old, maybe 80 years old. He wore farmer clothes. His eyes were white, like he was blind, but he was staring right at Marcus. "You need to leave," the old man whispered. "Before nightfall. It's already night." "No. Real nightfall? When she starts crying. You have maybe 20 minutes. "Who? That woman on the road?" The old man's face went white. "You saw her? You saw Sarah?" Before Marcus could answer, a sound came from the town. A woman, crying, not normal crying. The kind that makes your heart hurt, just hearing it. The old man grabbed Marcus's arm tight. "Listen to me. Get in your truck. There's a working pump behind the station. Fill your tank. Then drive. Don't stop until you leave this town, and whatever you do, don't look in your mirror if you hear her voice." "What are you talking about?" The crying got louder, closer. "Sarah Whitmore died in 1952, the old man said fast. "Her husband killed her, drowned her in the bathtub. But she didn't die fast. She crawled out of the house and down the street, asking for help. Everyone heard her, everyone saw her, but everyone locked their doors. Nobody helped." The crying was now very close. "She died on that road, in the rain, alone. And every night, she comes back, looking for someone to help her. But if you stop for her," he pointed down the street. There she was, the woman in white, walking down the middle of the road. But she moved wrong, like a video that keeps skipping. 1 second far away, next second much closer. "Go, now!" The old man pushed Marcus. Marcus ran behind the station. He found an old pump and started filling his tank. His hands shook so bad, he could barely hold it. The crying was so loud now, it felt like it was inside his brain. He looked around the corner. She was at his truck, standing next to the door. Her head bent at a weird angle, her mouth open wide, screaming with no sound. Water was pouring from her eyes, her mouth running down her white dress. Then she looked at him. Her eyes were gone, just black, empty holes, water coming out like tears. The tank was only 3/4 full, but Marcus didn't wait. He dropped the pump and ran to his truck. He jumped in from the passenger side. Sarah started walking around the truck. Her hand dragged on the metal, making a horrible sound. Marcus started the engine and drove as fast as he could. In his mirror, he saw the whole town light up, every house, every light, all at once. And in every doorway, every window, people in white, dozens of them, all watching him leave. The crying followed him, even miles outside the town. It came from inside his truck, from the speakers, from the air vents, from everywhere. Marcus grabbed his phone. It was dead, remember? But when he looked at it, the phone was on, fully charged. There was a text from an unknown number. "Thank you for stopping." His heart stopped. He threw the phone away. Then he heard it, a whisper from right behind his head. "But you didn't help me." Marcus looked in the rear-view mirror. She was sitting in his back seat, water dripping from her hair. Those empty black holes where her eyes should be, her mouth opening wider than possible. Marcus screamed and lost control. The truck went off the road and hit a tree. He doesn't remember much after that. 3 days later, he woke up in a Pittsburgh hospital. The doctors said hunters found his truck. He was freezing cold and kept screaming about drowning, but his clothes were completely dry. He told the police about Ashwood Hollow. They said no such town exists. Never did. But here's where it gets worse. They gave Marcus his phone back. There was that picture on it, the woman standing in his headlights, and on his foggy windshield in the photo, 2 words, "Help me." But there was also a new photo, one taken inside his truck, while he was unconscious. It showed Sarah sitting in a driver's seat, smiling, her hand on the steering wheel and the GPS on his phone. Now shows a new favorite location that Marcus never saved. An address in Ashwood Hollow. His home address has been changed to it. Last week, Marcus's landlord called the police. Marcus hadn't paid rent. When they opened his apartment, It was empty. Everything gone. Just wet footprints leading from the door to the window, and written on the bathroom mirror in fog. You're home now. Some delivery drivers still report seeing a truck on those back roads late at night, a man driving and a woman in white sitting next to him, both staring straight ahead, never blinking. If you ever see that truck, don't follow it, because it's heading back to Ashwood Hollow. And once you go there, you never really leave. They say Ashwood Hollow has 248 residents now. The sign was updated last week. For today, that's all. The story of Ashwood Hollow ends here. We'll meet again in the next video. Goodbye.